Holding your pee. Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic, you've been holding it for the past hour, and you keep telling yourself just 5 more minutes. But what you don't know is that holding in your pee for too long can actually rupture your bladder. In 2020, a 28-year-old man from China ignored the urge to urinate during a 6-hour gaming marathon. When he finally stood up, he collapsed. Doctors found his bladder had torn in 3 places from internal pressure, leaking urine into his abdomen. He survived after emergency surgery, but if he'd waited another hour, he would have died from sepsis. So next time nature calls, don't ghost her.
Sitting too long. You're binging your favorite show. 4 episodes in, snack crumbs everywhere. But sitting for hours isn't harmless downtime. It's silent destruction. In 2010, a 36-year-old woman from New Zealand collapsed at her computer desk. She worked from home, rarely moved, and developed deep vein thrombosis, blood clots from sitting too long. The clot traveled to her lungs and stopped her heart instantly. Her death was later called e-thrombosis. Move. Stretch. Even prisoners in tiny cells move more than most office workers.
Drinking too much water. Everyone says hydration is key until it kills you. In 2007, during a radio contest called Hold Your Wee for a Wee, 28-year-old mother of 3 drank over 6 liters of water in just a few hours. Her brain swelled from hypernatremia, a deadly imbalance where your sodium level drops dangerously low. She went home with a headache and never woke up. Water can save your life, but too much of it can short-circuit your body like a broken fuse.
Sleeping next to your phone. You plug it in, toss it under your pillow, and drift off. But in 2014, a Texas teenager woke up to smoke. Her pillow was on fire. Her charging iPhone had overheated overnight. Others weren't so lucky. In 2019, a Malaysian man was found dead after sleeping next to his phone while it charged. The device had electrocuted him through a frayed cable. Always charge your phone away from your bed. Your midnight scroll isn't worth becoming a midnight roast.
Mixing cleaning chemicals. You think you're deep cleaning your bathroom, but you're actually creating a gas chamber. In 2019, a Massachusetts woman accidentally mixed bleach with vinegar while cleaning her toilet. The mix released chlorine gas, the same chemical used in World War I. Within seconds, she collapsed and later died of lung failure. Even professional cleaners forget this rule. Never mix bleach with anything except water. Your toilet bowl doesn't need a chemistry experiment.
Sleeping with the heater on. It's cold. You want to stay cozy, so you crank up the space heater. But in 2018, a family of 4 in Michigan never woke up. Their faulty heater leaked carbon monoxide, an invisible, odorless gas that suffocates you quietly in your sleep. When rescuers arrived, the family looked peaceful, as if they were still dreaming. Carbon monoxide detectors cost less than a pizza, but ignoring them could cost you everything.
Eating too much licorice. Seems harmless, right? It's candy. But black licorice contains glycyrrhizin, a compound that can lower potassium levels and cause heart failure if you eat too much. In 2020, a 54-year-old man from Massachusetts died after eating a bag and a half of black licorice every day for 3 weeks. His heart simply stopped. Doctors said his potassium levels were non-existent. Sometimes the sweetest things turn out to be poison.
Taking too many painkillers. You've got a headache, so you pop another pill, then another. What could go wrong? In 2015, a British woman named Nicola Perry took extra doses of paracetamol every day for months. She thought she was being tough. Instead, her liver gave up quietly. She died before reaching the hospital. Painkillers don't kill fast. They kill slow and politely. One pill too many can be the difference between relief and a eulogy.
Ignoring snoring. You laugh it off. I snore loud. I sound like a chainsaw. But chronic snoring can be a sign of sleep apnea, a condition where your airway closes while you sleep. In 2016, a 32-year-old bodybuilder in Florida died in his sleep after untreated sleep apnea caused his heart to stop. He was healthy, strong, fit, but oxygen doesn't care about muscles. Snoring might sound funny, but sometimes it's your body's last alarm.
Charging your laptop on your lap. It's called a laptop for a reason, right? Not really.
In 2013, a California man fell asleep with his charging laptop on his thighs. Hours later, he woke up screaming. Second-degree burns covered his legs. Another case, far worse, occurred when a laptop battery exploded mid-charge, igniting the user's blanket. Overheating lithium batteries can combust without warning. It's not laptop, it's tabletop. Keep it there if you like your skin attached.
Cracking your neck. Feels good, right? That loud pop when you twist your neck. In 2019, a 28-year-old man from Oklahoma did exactly that and tore an artery in his neck. Within minutes, he collapsed from a stroke caused by a blood clot rushing to his brain. Doctors said one twist was all it took. Next time your neck feels stiff, maybe just stretch.
Using cotton swabs. You think you're cleaning your ears, but you're actually pushing wax deeper. In 2018, a 31-year-old man from the UK developed a bacterial infection that spread from his ear canal to his brain. By the time doctors caught it, it had eaten through part of his skull. The infection started with one cotton swab. Sometimes cleanliness isn't next to godliness. It's next to death.
Eating leftovers the wrong way. Leftovers seem safe until they aren't. In 2021, a 19-year-old in Belgium ate leftover spaghetti left out overnight. He died hours later from Bacillus cereus, a bacteria that thrives in room temperature food. The meal looked fine, smelled fine, and killed him. When in doubt, throw it out.
Too much energy drink. In 2017, a 16-year-old boy in South Carolina collapsed at school after chugging a large Mountain Dew, a latte, and an energy drink within 2 hours. His heart went into fatal arrhythmia from the caffeine overload. Doctors said it was the equivalent of jump-starting his heart with a car battery.
Holding in a sneeze. A 34-year-old man in the UK pinched his nose and closed his mouth to suppress a sneeze. The pressure ruptured his throat and tore a blood vessel. He survived, but a similar case in India ended with a stroke and death. Sometimes it's safer to just let it out.
The woman who laughed herself to death. You think laughter is harmless, the best medicine, right? But for one woman, it was the exact opposite. In 1975, during a British comedy show, a 50-year-old woman named Olive Taylor started laughing uncontrollably at a joke. She laughed so hard she couldn't catch her breath. Her husband thought she was just having a good time, until she suddenly slumped over. By the time paramedics arrived, she was gone. Doctors said her heart gave out due to prolonged hypoxia, lack of oxygen, from laughing nonstop for over 2 minutes. Ironically, the show's title was The Goodies Kung Fu Capers. Olive literally died laughing. So next time someone says laughter is the best medicine, just remember, every medicine has a fatal dose.